Guys, welcome back. Today, let's talk. Like, really, I know it's been long you actually seen me, and there's a lot of explanation to some of these things, but let's just go directly into some of the conversations that we have. Just like I've not been online for like the longest time, posting stuff on YouTube and all these things. I know someone else that has not actually been seeing a lot of action from lately, and that's what I really want us to talk about. So let's just get into the conversations. There's something that has been confusing me for a while, and it's just a very wild question. Like, where's Victron actually? Like, honestly, where did they go? Did they disappear? Did they relocate, or are they hiding somewhere? Because in Nigeria today, I barely see Victron installations anymore. And it wasn't always like that. So there was a time in Nigeria, especially for hotels, banks, and big commercial places, if you saw a power system, it was blue. So it was like blue basically everywhere. You would see the Victron Multiplus or the Quattro sitting on the wall like kings. Those big transformer inverters that are heavy. You don't even need someone to tell you its quality. You just carry it and your hand will tell you. And of course, you would see the charge controllers, the blue ones, very bulky also. You had the BMV battery monitors, the small round device that shows you your battery percentage, and then the Venus GX. Later, the Cyber GX, the small box responsible for tying everything together. Victron systems always had structure. Everything had its own device, its own name, its own job. It was like assembling a Lego set for engineers. Honestly, it was beautiful. It looked professional. And when you saw a full Victron setup, you respected the installer immediately. The first time I actually interacted with a full Victron system, my impression was simple. This is premium. This is, Mercedes-Benz. Nothing shaky, nothing noisy, just strong engineering. German craftsmanship. Even the screws felt like it was intentional, and some of them were actually very intentional. But let's be honest, Victron required knowledge, like real knowledge. You couldn't just install and walk away. You needed the MK3 dongle to configure the Multiplus or Quattro. You needed the Victron Connect app. You needed a laptop. You needed to set battery parameters, absorption voltage, float voltage, tail current, and the whole thing. If you don't do all this properly, the system may behave funny. And that's where things started to go wrong, the decline. And what really happened? Around 2019, Nigeria started seeing an invasion of hybrid inverters. Brands like Deye came in with, a simple promise. One box, everything inside. Touchscreen, monitoring, hybrid, they had everything. You didn't need 5 extra devices, just one big white box. Wire it, boom, battery connects, directly, solar connects directly, AC connects directly, simple. And because of how Nigerian installers work, this simplicity was attractive. Most installers didn't have the Victron dongle, they didn't have the training, they didn't want to be configuring absorption voltage at 57.6 volts, and I can remember many of those, many connections that you just had to calculate in your head, or adjusting tail current and all those things. They just wanted something that could work out of the box. So guess what? They shifted. Now, the cost factor. A full Victron system is not small money. You pay for every single component. The Multiplus, the Quattro equals money. MPPT equals money. BMV equals money. Sabo GX equals money. Touch display. And it was so weird when I actually found out, but really it's more money. Before you finish the complete installation, you have paid the cost of 2 hybrid inverters. Meanwhile, a hybrid inverter like Deye gives you, the touch screen, all-in-one design. You get what I'm saying? So easy installation and some of all those things, built-in monitoring, automatic configuration for many, batteries and all of those things. Just made sense that people would go for that. They are giving you all these things like basically all at once. And I will say this, Nigerians love value for money. So the shift was natural. So where is Victron today? Like, honestly, and this is just like a random question. So in Nigeria's mainstream solar market, Victron almost invisible right now. I barely see, installers posting blue systems. Everything is white. Deye white, Growat white, Goodwill white. Even new brands coming in are already following the same colors. And what I would say is Victron still sells globally. Victron sells globally. They sell in Europe, in Australia, even in South Africa. They are still respected. They still build high quality devices. The Multi Plus, the Quattro are still like beasts. The MPPTs, are still some of the best. The Sabo GX, the VRM is still very powerful. But in Nigeria, the market moved, and Victron didn't move with them. So now the question is, could they come back? And my answer is maybe. If Victron decides to create their own true hybrid all-in-one, maybe things would, change. If they simplify installation, for example, if they reduce the need for multiple boxes, if they adapt to what Nigerian installers want, maybe the blue era might return. But for now, Victron feels like that brilliant student who refuses to join the group project, and group moved on. But these are just my thoughts, actually. Maybe you are still installing Victron. Maybe you are seeing a side of the industry I'm not seeing. And the funniest thing is, someone is still called me like very recently that he wants to install a Victron inverter. So I don't know how that actually went. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about Victron, today, and what do you think they can do to get back into the Nigerian renewable energy scene? Thanks for watching. My name is Akande. See you in the next video.